Welcome back to the Possibility Storm. I'm your host, Izlain, and we're back with a bonus episode this week. This time, the guys threw together their own custom Fallout Commander brews and brought them to the cEDH table. Each of these lists has some spice, and we're sure to see some crazy action throughout this game. Stay tuned. If you enjoy the content, consider supporting us over on Patreon at patreon.com/thepossibilitystorm. For as little as $1, you can help us keep the lights on. Tiers include Discord benefits, one-on-one deck building help, and even physical merch. Thank you for those who have already pledged, and thank you to everyone who drops a like, subscription, and comment here on the channel, as it all helps us grow. Now let's check out our commanders. I'm going first this time, and I brewed up a list featuring Raul the Troubleshooter. This ghoul cares about milling cards into the graveyard and has the ability to cast one spell per turn from our own graveyard. As such, I've included lots of self-mill along with plenty of interaction and of course the typical Dimir win cons. This list feels pretty strong but can get hosed by anti-graveyard tech. Next up is Kirk piloting a list created by his friend featuring Rex Cyberhound. This robot dog makes an energy on combat damage and can then use that energy to exile creatures from graveyards, thereby giving those abilities to the dog. This can compound in some hilarious ways if the right creatures find their way into graveyards. There are a number of 2-card win cons in the deck and variables given the commander's ability as well. Going third is the Rev piloting the Wise Mothman. Compared to what I was able to do with Precon, this deck shines. The food chain list at heart, the commander wants to see play, become a part of the loop to then give infinite rad counters to all players, then pass and watch everyone die on their turns. Otherwise, there are a number of other win cons common in these colors that can be accounted for. Last but not least is Joey on the mono blue Curie list. This little robot has heart, and with the right combination of cards can be turned into a huge beater that draws a ton of cards. Drawing cards serves to find the list win cons, which are either reality chip combos or hullbreaker horror loops. Either way, it looks terrifying. So there you have it. Let's see who gets the dub this time. We draw the turn. Well, that changes things a little bit, doesn't it? It does. We'll do Scalding Tarn. We'll crack it. It's life. We'll go grab Underground Sea. Yeah, it does, because it's a JLo. Off the top deck.
Nice.
Crack that, tap that, play Raul, and then I'll pass.
The untap upkeep, draw. Arid Mesa, crack it, lose a life. Tundra to the battlefield, close shuffle. Cast an Esper Sentinel. He's good, pass turn.
Draw for turn. Play a Tropical Island. Tap it for Mora. You may draw.
Yay.
Crypt, you can both draw.
Heck.
Yay.
I'll cast Heuristic Study.
Can I draw?
I got nothing else.
Untap and draw. I will play a Verdant. I would like to crack it. We'll take 2 more. Why? Life's resource, right? I guess we'll see what happens. Let's everybody mill one.
Onto misstep.
I'm milled an Oppo.
Where did I go?
Time Twister.
Time Twister.
Mana Drain.
So I guess I'm just gonna cast this Talisman. You guys can draw. That's all I got. We'll pass.
Untap, upkeep. Draw. Play Sea of Clouds. Cast Jeweled Lotus. Rev, you can draw. Joey, I am paying for Heuristic Study.
I'm offended.
And sack JLo. Cast Dogo. Cannot pay for this one for Joey. If that's all good, move to combat. Rev, coming your way for 1.
I'll take 1.
That's it. I move to end step. I have to discard down because I have 8 cards in hand. I shall discard a Polluted Delta.
Untap. Upkeep trigger. I will pay for fish and draw for turn. I'm going to play a Bayou. Tap 1 for a Carpet of Flowers. You may both draw. Skip my combat. Go to my second main. Carpet triggers. I will target Izlain. Gain 2 mana. Doesn't matter what type because I am casting a Talisman of Curiosity. And then I am passing turn.
My dumbass. Evens are always safe. Roll the 6. Safe as hell. I'm going to play an Urza Saga. And then I'm going to let you draw. Floating colorless, obviously. And then I'm going to tap the Mana Vault with the colorless floating. And cast this 1 ring. I'll actually just shift the turn because I got 7 in hand.
Untap. Draw. I'm gonna play this Manamo. I'm gonna make us all mill 1.
Mystical Tutor.
Tezzeret the Seeker.
That's pretty
Eddie
good.
Tail Hawk. Eddie Trail Hawk. Whatever the hell it is.
4. Talion? I cannot pay for Ristic. Alright, I would like to name 2. And I'll pass.
Untap, upkeep, and draw a card. Joey's got protection from the ring, so I guess move to combat. Rev coming at you for 3.
I'll take 3.
And when the dog hits, you mill 2 cards.
Talisman of Dominance and a
And
Word
you
for
get 2
Words.
energy.
I get 2 energy. Play an Ancient Tomb as my land for turn. Lose 2 life. Cast Phyrexian Metamorph, losing another 2 life. So I'm losing 4.
Ristic Study first.
Cards, you have 8 cards in hand? Sure, I'll pay for Ristic.
I'll tap 2 and I'll delay that.
You'll lose 2. I'll draw.
Moved end step. I have to discard a bunch of cards down. I have 9 cards in hand. So I'm going to discard Phyrexian or Portal to Phyrexia that I drew that I didn't want to draw.
Wow.
Last turn. Yep.
All right.
I like makes clones worse. That's like crazy.
Aurora can
though.
die. I'll draw. Beginning of my main phase, I will make 2 black Underground Sea. And then I'll tap green, blue, and cast the Mothman.
Ristic Study.
You may draw. I shall respond to your draw. I'm going to flash in an Orcish Bowmasters.
Take 1. I'll draw. Or take 2. I'm sorry.
Tap the One Ring. I should do that. Hold
Okay,
on.
yeah.
Do that and I'll draw a card. Yeah. Then I have nothing on Bowblasters.
The first shot will hit Rex, and then when you draw off of Wrist Stick, I'll hit Rex again. I'm discarding Gemstone Caverns. I will pass.
All right. I'll untap. Roll for Crypt. Evens are always safe. Roll the 3, so I'll take 3 damage. And then an additional 1 off my One Ring, and then I'll draw a card for turn.
And then mill.
And then mill.
Mill a flesh duplicate.
So take a life and lose your counter.
I'm gonna play this island.
You got
Yeah,
it.
Counterbalance.
Yeah, counterbalance.
Now you get to lose 2 more life, and I'll draw a card.
You'll draw a card, and I got a ping with my Orcish
And I have
Bowmasters.
a Esper Sentinel trigger on that also.
I'll pay for the Sentinel.
Ping the Sentinel.
Yeah. After counterbalance, I'm good. I'm done. I have nothing else.
Untap. I will draw. I
Sure
will
you're not the
resolve
wise one,
my rad thing. It's a non-land, so I will lose 1. And
counter on
this
the
is something that was milled this turn, so I could technically cast it. Play this Mox Diamond, pitching Takanuma.
I'll put the counterbalance on the bottom, so Ristic on top.
You know what? You can have it.
All right, I'll draw.
And then Bowmaster
Fuck,
trigger on the draw,
fuck's
right?
sake. All right.
Yeah, I got a
Ping gone.
ping with Orcish when you draw, so I'm going to ping Talion for 1.
I'm just gonna pay for this One Ring.
Ristic, yeah.
Can't pay.
And counterbalance. So I'll draw off that. I'll reveal for counterbalance. It's a Graph Digger's Cage. That doesn't do anything.
Get another counter on the Orc, shoot the Talion for another 1.
And then I'll draw 2 cards off of the One Ring.
I'll shoot
Four
Talion 2
spells.
more times.
Yeah, cool. I'll add a counter and draw 1.
I will shoot Joey's face.
I'll play an Urza Saga. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass.
Untap. Rad counter trigger. Filling Draneth Magistrate.
So
Lose
non-land,
1.
Counter on the Mothman.
Lose my rad counter. I'll play an Adakar Wastes. Alright, I'll lose 2 life. Cast. Touch the Spirit Realm. Paying for Ristic Study. Joey, if you don't want to trigger the counterbalance, this is going to target whatever the hell the Orcish Bowmaster, just to give you a heads up.
Okay, yeah. I'll skip the counterbalance.
I have no response to that. It will be exiled underneath.
Move to end step, pass turn.
Untap. I will draw. And then Wise Mothman will trigger. I will mill a Psych Rift. Losing my rad counter. And putting a +1 counter on him. I'm going to play a Morphic Pool as my... Oh, hold on. I got my carpet. 2 is still the number, so I'll target Izlain and make 2 green. Then I'll play Morphic Pool. Invasion of Ikoria. X equals 3.
Yeah, counterbalance, so it's a 5
Got a
total.
5 drop.
Did you pay for Ristic?
Study. Yeah, Ristic Study as well, yeah.
No, you're fine. That's fine.
Okay, I'll draw first, and then reveal an Arcane Signet.
Who's getting the battle?
Joey is.
Yeah, so if we, so he just has to hit you, and then I think he gets the Lorpa or whatever the fuck it is right away.
He gets to attack the battle, he doesn't attack me.
Right. But he's already got the Mothman that can just swing right into it, and I think kill it immediately.
Yep.
So it flips.
I'm going to
Kinda
put
stupid.
a witness onto the battlefield.
Okay, not what we thought, but all right. What are you targeting?
I am targeting Mystic Remora to go back into my hand. Combat. Mothman is going at the invasion, and the Orc army is going at Joey's face.
Okay, I got nothing. I'm taking 8, and then you get
This
your
flips.
8/8.
8/8 reach, and for each non-human creature, I can have it assign combat damage so it wasn't blocked.
Jesus fuck Christ. That's
Um,
fucking stupid. I've literally never seen that thing fucking flip, but I always said, like, it's going to be a problem someday.
Each player gets a rad counter because he attacked. Second main, I'll tap a blue and cast a Remora, not paying for wrist stick.
Okay, I'll draw first, and then show you a Nexus of Fate.
Cool. Then I'll pay 2 life and show you a misstep. You can draw, Joey.
I'll tap a black and cast a reanimate targeting Italian.
God damn it.
Not paying.
Not paying.
I'll draw, and then I'll show a Swan Song.
Nice. Got him. What the fuck is happening right now?
All right, I will pass the turn.
Save for Mana Crypt, that might come in handy later. And then I'll lose
3
2 life to the ring.
And 1 from Vault.
And then I have rad counters, so Dress Down and Dramatic Reversal are going to the bin.
So lose 2 more and your counters.
1 wins
More.
on Mothman, and yep.
And then I have Urza Saga trigger, so I'll float a colorless and go search, well, as long as there's no responses to that. I'm gonna get a manifold key, I think. So I have 1 floating. I'm gonna draw 3 cards with the 1 ring. And then I'll use the floating mana into manifold key, and I'll untap the 1 ring, and then I'll draw 4 cards. Float a colorless again, and cast this Ethereum Sculptor. That's good. I'm gonna use the 1 floating on a Arcane Signet. I'm gonna play a Graph Digger's Cage.
I got a response to the Graph Digger's Cage. I'm going to Deadly Rollick the Ethereum Sculptor. No.
Yeah, I got a Rhystic Study. Hey.
And a
Okay,
counterbalance.
I'll draw a card, and then I'll reveal a Buried Ruin. Yeah, I'll Swan Song the Deadly Relic.
You get a bird.
A good bird.
Okay, well, I will cast the Sensei's Top, since I can do that now. Cast a Snap on your 8/8. Untap 2 lands. Float 2 blue. Cast a Chain of Vapor, targeting my Mana Crypt. Sack a land, target Mana Vault. Sack a land, target the key. I think I sack a land and I point the last one at the Mothman, just in case
I
I
have a
might
response
live.
with that on the stack. I'll cast a silence.
I have no.
You have Ristic and
Either
Counterbalance.
your triggers.
Yeah, I do. Okay, I'm gonna.
I can't pay for
draw
either of your
and then-
triggers.
Yeah, there's a Jeweled Lotus on top, so I can't do anything about that. But I actually have I do have a mental misstep.
Damn.
I'll pay 2 life and do that. Yeah, Mothman will go to your hand.
I will respond stacking my Morphic Pool and targeting the Touch the Spirit Realm. I
Yeah,
will
those
shoot
would
the Ethereum Sculptor for 1.
Well, I'll just start playing some more Mana Rocks. Let me know if you have responses. I'm gonna play these for free.
No.
And I'll cast a Tasmal Image, floating a colorless.
Alright.
Alright, I'll make it a copy of the Orcish. Orcish Bowmasters. I'm shooting
Okay.
Orcish Bowmasters for sure.
No way. Don't forget your orc army.
Oh yeah, I get an Orc army.
That's a pretty useful blocker right here, huh?
Untap the 1 ring with my floating colorless, and then I'll try to draw 5 cards. I'll cast the Jeweled Lotus first, and then I'll just crack it for Curie. And then I'll cast the Mox Amber. And then I'll cast a Chrome Mox, exile Transmute Art. Last action is going to be tapping this for a Phyrexian Metamorph.
Are you paying 2 life?
Yeah, I'm going to pay 2 life. It's gonna be a 1 ring. And I'll get protection
Yeah.
from everything. I think, yeah, from there I just pass, but I'll have to go to discard, obviously. So I'll discard, obviously, Nexus of Fate, some lands, another land.
Yeah, Mothman's not here. It makes sense. Yeah, so I suppose before you did that, I would mill. Cool. Swan Song.
Uh-huh.
Hold on,
Mystic Study.
Oh yeah, mill Grim Monolith. Alright, so I'm pitching Nexus of Fate, which will shuffle back in, Island, Buried Ruin, Zephyrin, Shapecraft, Muddle the Mixture, and a Phyrexian Soul Gorger.
Untap. Lose 1. Draw. Counter on this. And then mill for my rad counter. It's a Grim Monolith. I'll lose 1. and lose this counter. Let's play the fucking flesh duplicate targeting the Bowmaster.
First I should trigger stuff. Are you paying for Ristic Study or
No.
counter? And then I got a counterbalance. So you let me draw. I'll draw, and then I'll show you a Soul Ring, so that doesn't counter it, and then I will still mana drain it.
Hold on. Mana drain on the stack. Attempt to pack the mana drain.
Okay.
Not paying for Ristic Study.
All right. So I'll draw, and then I'll reveal Narset Parter Veils. Tap my One Ring to draw a card. I'll tap my top to draw a card. Cast a Force of Negation, pitching a Relic's Roar.
Alright, so stack clears. I don't think it matters. I'm still going to draw 2. You get 2 triggers.
I'll hit the E-Wit. That's
It's
true.
only
I'll let you
1.
keep your bird.
Well, then where are you putting the other one?
So I'll put 1 on the bird.
Paying for Ristic, cast Mesmeric Orb. Yeah, that's pretty much what I can do. So I'm going to pass here.
Tap. Upkeep. Lose this. Go to draw. And then I have a Rad Mill. Which is... Aw, Displacer Kitten. Lose that and a life. Dog. Oh shit, hold on. I untapped 1, 2, 3, 4 permanents, didn't I?
Yep.
So I should mill 4 cards. This is what I drew. That's 1. Damn it. That's 2. This would be 3. This would be 4, which is my Mesmeric Orb. So that would be all milled. And then I would draw. My bad. I'll cast Arkham Dagson. I will not pay for it. You may draw.
I'll draw the top, and then I'll trigger Counterbalance.
Okay.
It's a Pact of Negation.
Play Otawara as my land and move to end step. Pass turn.
Untap 5, mill 5, beseech the mirror, Oppo, Watery Grave, Command Tower, Noxious Revival. And then I will draw, and then I will put my Rad token, which is a Mox Diamond, removing that, losing life. Play Rejuvenating Springs as a land for turn. Oh, Carpet trigger as well. There's only 2 still, right?
I only have 2.
Cast the Mothman. I will pay for the Ristic Study, since I know it's a 0 drop on top. Second main. I'm just going to pass.
That's a mill for everything you untapped.
Oh shit, yeah, hold on, let me roll for Crypt while I'm doing it here. I'm take 3 from Crypt. Yep, so I'll mill 6. It was a Mox Diamond, an offer you can't refuse,
2,
a Torpor
3,
Orb, a Reality
4,
Chip, Island, and a Pact of Negation.
5.
So I'm going to put a 1-1 on Mothman, the Orc Army, the Bird, and I'll put 1 on Raul and Arkham Dagsum.
You didn't put one on the Orcish Bowmaster? That's a Fimage?
Oh, I could do that instead. Instead of Raul, I'll put it on the Orcish Bowmaster and kill it.
Lose a life to One Ring, and then lose another life to Mana Vault. And then now I'm going to mill March of Swirling Mist and lose a life.
So that one I will put on the Mothman.
Island for turn. Cast this Soul Ring. And then I'll cast this Sensei's Divining Top. I'll tap into the Manifold Key, float 1, and then untap my Mana Vault. Tap the Mana Vault, so I have 4, 5, 6. I'll float the extra colorless, and then I'm casting a Hullbreaker Horror. Floating colorless that I had off of the Soul Ring, and I'll cast an Iso Scepter.
I will respond.
Trigger Hullbreaker Horror.
I will respond to the trigger.
Well,
Abrupt Decay. Which mana rock are you targeting?
Set a Mana Crypt.
The Mana Crypt, yeah.
I will Abrupt Decay the Mana Crypt.
Tap top to draw a card. So Mana Crypt dead.
So what are you imprinting?
I'm not going to imprint anything.
Oh.
Nice.
All right, then.
I just wanted to trigger.
Yeah, so now I'll cast the top for free.
And what's your target with this?
Trigger Hullbreaker Horror. Float a blue and target my Mox Amber.
Remember that touch the spirit realm, me bounce back to my hand? I'm going to channel it, targeting your Hullbreaker Horror.
Let me see, I'll try to draw 2 cards. I'll try to draw a card off of top. So this is just gone till end of turn.
Yep.
And your Mox still does bounce back to your hand, which I know is good for you.
Floating a blue, and I'm just going to cast that right back out. Use the blue floating, and I'll just cast the Spell Skite. That's it. I'm just going to go to end step. Gotta discard an island, I guess.
Go to untap, and then I mill 6. So I'm milling land, combat courier, transmute artifact, demonic intent, Emery, and Mox Opal.
5.
So all but
so
1.
Put
So
1 on Mothman, 1 on the Orc, and 1 on the Bird.
Oh yeah, 2 life.
all right.
Not bad.
And then also at upkeep, I will lose 2 from the ring. Then I will draw. Then I'll have Urza Saga and Rad. Resolve the Rad first. I'll mill a command tower, so I keep it.
Yeah, I think I want the 4/4. I think it's just Soul Ring. We'll add a counter and draw 3. I guess we'll play this Underground River. Dude, I got 7 in hand. I'll just pass.
5. I will untap 5 permanents. Milling 1, 2,
1,
3,
2,
4,
3.
5 cards.
So you get 4. Draw.
Draw step. So I will mill a land. Fast turn.
5.
I did have a crazy start too, though.
You did have a good go.
Demonic and a Marsh Flats. Rad
I haven't
counter.
actually done the thing.
Demonic Tutor into the bin. Another counter on Mothman. Combat. Mothman and Bird over at Joey. Rad counters trigger.
I think I am just fucked, but I have to fire it off. Casting a Cyclonic Rift targeting Mothman. Trigger Hullbreaker Horror, I'll target the bird.
I'm gonna Mind Break Trap the Psych Rift.
Trigger Heuristic Study and
I
counterbalance.
paid.
Can't do anything about it. I have
Mothman
nothing.
bounces.
Yeah, and then I just die. All the
Second main, I will.
stuff. Yeah, I'll be right back.
2 green. I'm gonna play Windswept Teeth. Crack it. Lose life. Get an Overgrown Tomb. I will spend 1 of the green on a Death Right. I'm passing.
All right. On your end step, I have some actions. I would like to tap a blue into this and untap this and tap it adding a counter to draw 4. And then I would also like to pay 2 Floating Colors, Flash, and a Fairy Mastermind. Move to my turn. I am untapping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'll mill 7. D-Tutor, Arcane Signet, Dark Ritual, City of Brass, Pact of Negation, that's 5. 6 is Submerge, 7 is Lab Man. I will lose 4 from the One Ring, then I will draw. Alright, we'll play an Urborg. I'll play a Mox Amber. I would like to utilize Raul's turn to pay blue and 2 to cast a Laboratory Maniac on my grave. Consult.
Mystical Tutor. Want to put Path to Exile on top of my library.
You should definitely draw the cards off the One Ring right now.
I don't hate that idea. I'll do it. Draw 5.
I'll respond to that. I'm going to cast an Intuition, targeting Rev.
It would be 4. So I think we Flusterstorm.
My bluff is called.
All right. Then back to consult. Name something that's not in my deck and exile my library.
After your library is exiled, let me know. Is it gone?
It's gone.
I will activate Arkham Dagson. Oops, gotta click on it down here. Targeting your construct.
What does that do?
Target artifact creature's controller sacrifices it. Then they can search their library for a non-creature artifact, put it into play, then shuffle your library.
So
Literally not shit. I'm just killing you.
like I failed to find.
You got it. You got it.
All right. And then I would like to pay a blue and unearth combat
Unearth
courier.
land.
No, I'm unearthing this combat construct, and then I'll pay 2 to draw a card to win the game.